The New Testament commends to us the phrase one another many times. We're urged, come on people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. Oh, wait a minute. That's the Youngbloods, that Vietnam era music that all the boomers will love. But the Youngbloods were not far off. Our scriptures teach us to bear one another's burdens, to encourage and forgive one another, to be at peace with one another, to accept one another, to be kind and tenderhearted to one another, seeking the good of one another. Well, Paul sums all this up in his famous passage in 1 Corinthians 13 on love, where he writes, love never gives up. Love cares more for others than for itself. Love doesn't want what it doesn't have. Love doesn't strut, doesn't have a swelled head, doesn't force itself on others, isn't always me first. Love doesn't fly off the handle, doesn't keep score of the sins of others. It doesn't revel when others grovel. It takes pleasure in the flowering of truth. Love, Paul said, puts up with anything, trusts God always looks for the best, never looks back, but keeps going to the end. Wow, you might say, those are hard things to do. But it's important to note, Paul is not commanding us to do these things. He's teaching us that this is what love does. Our role is simply to interact with God such that we receive so much love from Him that His kind of love naturally and easily flows from us to one another. Well, clearly, Holy Trinity would be living into a very ideal best when we had a revival of that kind of love. But how do we do this in our overpacked, long commute lives? Especially when you consider that regular attendees of Holy Trinity come from all over Orange County, parts of LA County, Riverside County, and North San Diego County. How are we supposed to connect in these loving kinds of ways? Well, we've tried to create this relational part of our lives at Holy Trinity with this Southern California reality in mind. And so while we don't have a lot of weekly things, we do have weekly conversations after church each week. We have our monthly spiritual formation gatherings, our quarterly retreat days, our quarterly newcomers dinner at Debbie and I's house, the social dinners that Debbie's going to be beginning at our home. We have small groups that meet on a cyclical basis. We have men's and women's reading groups and periodic home Bible studies as well. We would love to connect with you and help you connect with others. Give one of these a shot.